So, I think I'm okay with this. And have we mentioned we have the super awesome and amazing Cammy and Renikai doing our tracking in the background tonight? Looks like we're starting over in the forest with a letter and some uncertain Triforces. So that's either 4 or 5, or 4 or 5. So guys, we have Triforces 4 or 5. We just don't know which 4 or 5 yet.
A nice letter start means that we have an extra button to scroll through in our inventory for a while here.
Hey, there we go.
At least we all get a sword to start this game off with. We got some randomized enemy groups on the overworld, so the bad guys can be anywhere. And we've got 0 HP bomb droppers. Hooray! Bombs are dropping.
Woohoo! We can actually open up some of these caves near this vanilla start screen. It's going to save us a lot of time and not having to backtrack. And maybe we'll find a level that's, particularly happy to dig. That doesn't count, game. However, that door that goes straight up and 2 doors to the side, I believe means that is not a second quest level 8.
Looks like a...
no, 2 side doors. That's shapes.
We got shapes.
Yay,
it's so
we
pretty.
Shapes. I know. Oh, well, also is not thrilled. And it looks like, unfortunately, we might have some more dead % on Bogie's side. All right, Bogie's got his sword. He is back. There are blue... Let's find out if they're tanky, alsoa. There's some blue Wizrobes floating around in there. Now, the remorse flag, again, being +or -4, means that we are going to have some squishy guys and some really incredibly beefy dudes. And let's just hope it's the spiders that are beefy as opposed to the Wizrobes. Yeah. Another really nice thing that we have, I believe, is sword beams. Permanent sword beams appear to be on because Bogie got hit, still had sword beams, picked up the heart again, and now he's got sword beams. So I'm going to have to wait until one of them takes more damage to verify it.
And the boomstick's on!
Ooh, it's a boomstick seed, and we got shapes. Woohoo! I am perfectly okay with this. Maybe we'll actually have the money to be able to buy, though, the boomstick. Tanky bats, everybody!
And there's some enemies in this game that when they roll up on hit points, things like Gibdos and likes, when they roll up on hit points, you really don't notice it. Bats are the worst. They're just like, I care not about your sword.
Yeah, I mean, they don't even take a stun from a boomerang because bats were never intended to have, look at this wonderful shape! But bats were never intended to have more than, the vanilla HP, so they were never programmed to actually be stunned by a boomerang.
Oh, this is the whale thing from Bubble Bobble. It's the whale enemy.
Oh, sure. I'm good with that one. Now, so is going to be clearing some rooms just to kind of see what we can find. And yes, to mention again, the remorse flag for Bogie was +or -4 enemies. As Bogie's going to find level 4.
I think I like this playthrough by Bogie a little bit more than what alsoa is doing. I know you can dig a lot of it and get 2 items, but Bogie's going to go find a different dungeon and try to get some more progress out of there.
And it looks like Bogie somewhere along the way found a little bit of money. Now, we did have a little bit of a blip on the screen there for a second, so I don't quite know where he was. This also is going to take an unfortunate death in this level 8. Now, this career room's already killed Bogie once, but you gotta be, you gotta be a little hesitant. He's going to try to get the bombs in here, because these guys, it looks like, are probably eating their Wheaties today.
Yeah, it looked like Bogie found a bomb drop, and just to the right of the Woodsword location is a vanilla 30 secret.
Uh-oh. Well, alright, let's hope we have first quest money, as alsoa is gonna die to some Wizrobes here in level 8. Alright, well, we got a, was that a transport staircase on Bogie's side?
Yeah, in a level 4.
Shapes?
It could still be second quest, because it's been very middle of the block kind of looking.
Shh. Don't ruin the dream so quickly there, magic friends. I mean, I can still believe that just maybe that's a shapes 4, but yeah, the entrance is kind of right for a second quest. So again, we still have the Triforces for 4 or 5.
which makes sense that it would be second quest front half, because that'll make sure that we have to go back into 4 to find an important item, which is like typical of every spot that, oh hey, would you like these Triforces that you're gonna have to go fight anyways?
Well, that's because the randomizer can't actually, not yet at least, is also going to find level 4. It apparently is the open cave below Death Armos. The randomizer can't actually take into effect what Triforces you start with yet, because they're not technically assigned values until you pick them up in the dungeons. So the game can't work that into the logic and make sure that none of the items you need are in those dungeons.
But we found a big secret at Vanilla Brown level 3, so we're on first quest overworld.
Yeah, we might actually be able to buy a boomstick. This is fantastic.
That was a red Octorok that dropped a bomb.
Well, I mean, drop group shuffle is a thing. I mean, it's not a terrible thing. I happen to enjoy drop group shuffle because, well, we're gonna have to buy a candle tonight. But anyway, I enjoy drop group shuffle because it gives you the opportunity to get like money and hearts off of, bats or gels or the fire bats. And sometimes if you get really beefy enemies, those are easy to kill. And yeah, it does look like we do in fact have permanent sword beams on, as Alsoa is going to clear this room here in 4, get a 5er for his trouble. And then probably decide he's done in level 4 for right now. I don't think you want to continue doing this dungeon at the moment.
Yeah, I would have... It's one of those dungeons where you feel like if I can grab even a key out of here, I'm happy, but I can probably just bail at some point.
Yeah, I would be like, all right, let's see what we can do, and then if everything's really tanky like those gorillas, I would just nope out of it. We're gonna find all of our people are saying that the boomerang is the best. The magical boomerang is the best item.
So all of our people are correct.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I like the blue boomerang. But it does mean that book to understand Menazon. Whether the book is doing any of the other things other than Boomstick, we don't know. Hints could be absolutely useless. They could still be, completely deceptive. We're not sure.
Old men sitting on the porch screaming, in my day, we only had a boomerang and we liked it, seems very appropriate.
I think that's fantastic. I just wonder if that was put in for Fury or for somebody else. Because Fury SK is a known proponent of the, oh look, white sword? Well, we're getting a little bit more coincidentally vanilla here. Meanwhile, Alsoa is going to go check this bottom corner of the map out. Probably not find much like we didn't before, and that's wow, alright. That's a very vanilla power bracelet.
Okay, so let's take a look at what vanilla looks like. We've got a second quest front and a first quest back, so there still can be a couple of different options of what is in a lot of the places. Like, right now, the level 4 could have the raft and the book, or it could have the ladder and the recorder. One of those is a much better situation than the other.
Well, I mean, on a mixed quest overworld, I would totally much rather have that recorder and the ladder, but then, that's no guaranteeing you can actually get to it with any of the things you, like, with keys.
So this is interesting. Bogey's found the any roads, and they are not vanilla, so that power bracelet is... four slots we actually need to check.
All right. Well, hopefully Alsoa checks more than one any road, because a lot of us at this point, you find the vanilla power bracelet, you check the closest power bracelet push block, and then you go, all right, this is all vanilla, until the game tells you it's not. Which, granted, it's a very dangerous assumption, but at the same time, it's something that just seems to keep happening. As Alsoa is going to go up to 5 hearts, he does have bombs, which means that when he goes over to the next screen and bombs, he's also going to get his white sword. Which everybody should say like 5 times fast, just because it's funny.
And it costs 5 hearts to get it.
I know, isn't that nice though? It's like, it's a bargain. Well, kind of. At least it's not 6, because it would be really, really disappointing, especially on a plus or minus 4 enemies seed, to not be able to pick that up for a while. Alright, Alsoa is just going to screen scroll over. Never mind. He's just gonna walk. He's gonna tap this last one. See that it's the power bracelet. And again, if you're also, I'm really just hoping you check one of the power bracelet spots.
Bogey's up to 206 rupees. So if we end up with a lot of vanilla shop stuff, Bogey's already in book range.
Ooh, I'm excited. We'll have to see which shop it rolled into, if it's the rare shop or if it's going to be something else. We're gonna find some hints here on Bogey's side, but again, we don't have the book, so we can't actually talk to them. Alsoa, meanwhile, is it's right there. He's gonna buy his candle, knowing that he's not getting a free candle, and we do have to buy one. Now, if that book rolled into the rare shop, that also means that our candle could be in only the rare shop tonight. In Death Mountain.
Well, it's a heart on the coast. Oh, hey, look, we found a book and a candle.
All right, there we go. So that's actually really good for Bogie, because there is nothing worse than having the blue candle you need to buy in only one shop. Also, wisely picks up some wooden arrows. He reloads on bombs. He's got his blue candle. We're off to, you know, find some more monies as Bogie finds level 6 under vanilla level 8.
That's not... Wait. We are in shapes. That is not a way that level 6 can look like.
Yeah, because there shouldn't be a room to the right here.
Yeah,
It
you
should
can't
go
left,
straight
right
up,
there.
and it should it be one further over? Yay, we got full shapes! So guys, we still have the Triforces for 4 and 5, but at least it's full shapes.
Well, it also means that if Bogie digs out this 6, he would end up with the wand. Assuming that if we're still assuming that we're not shuffled items.
Well, I mean, we've had a little bit of coincidental vanilla, but the white sword being the white sword and the power bracelet being the power bracelet is actually 2 separate flags.
True.
So those can still roll on to have those things be in their vanilla locations, and then everything else could probably be shuffled.
And the only other thing we've seen is the 1 heart on the coast, which it's very easy for that to get replaced. There's only, 12 hearts in the game that can swap over to there or something silly.
Yeah. Alright, Bogie, meanwhile, we're going to continue checking the free spots in the Armoses. We're going to find mags. I don't know if we actually get to pick that up.
And Bogie wisely heading over to Vanilla 2, because since he saw Vanilla 3, that means that this is a cave.
Okay, I'm alright with that. We're going to get a letter. Didn't we start the game with that?
Oh yeah, now we have 2 letters.
So we're going to dual wield paper cuts. I'm okay with this. Maybe someday I'll Fred, it's been suggested a few times that Fred maybe make the letter like the most tame boomerang in the game, where it only goes like 2 blocks and does like very little damage, but it would still be kind of nice.
I mean, one of these days when we have the crazy like April Fool's kind of race, we should just have like the entire race be letter percent, where everything on the screen is just a letter.
That'd be awesome. All right, also is going to find his second 100 rupee secret. Now he is back within really, really close range of being able to pick up that book.
The big concern for Alsoa is this Death Mountain feels like it gave us nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we have a bookshop down on the coast, but then the coast it only gave us 6 underneath the burn bush that, you know, Alsoa can still check because he did find a candle shop. And that's as Bogie finds level 3, and yeah, that's definitely not first or second quest.
Yeah, so this is...
Yay!
This is a great place for Bogie to have found now. We probably have enough gear to actually clear out something. And with some right-hand room land wall list stuff, we can get through this and see if there's a heart drop in that floor.
Hey, safety door, best door in the entire game, I'm telling you. So Bogie didn't actually really use it. We have a really early We have a really early staircase here in level 3. Makes me wonder if we are segmented or not. Oh, it's a very vanilla raft.
Yeah, that's okay. We've got Shapes dungeons. That means they gotta actually dig to find these things. That's fine.
Well, very true, but that also kind of worries me. What if Alsoa didn't get the Shapes vibe when well, we have second quest enemies at the very least. Oh, Bogie gets bubbled. And yeah, this Death Mountain did give Alsoa enough money to pick up the book, so that part is amazing. If the book turns out to be Atlas, that's going to be very, very useful for Alsoa, especially since the next dungeon he walks into, he's going to know that he's probably in a full-shaped seed.
Okay, so the small Zols are more than 1 hit point, so they don't die to the candle. So Bogie,
no!
Fortunately, Bogie found this blue bubble in this room, but NSU room with bubbles is not what you want to be doing. Just
no, they're not going to let him out either, and he doesn't have a boomerang or any way. There he goes. He's down to a half. Oh gosh, he can't even candle boost at this point. Poor Bogie. Oh no! He's actually very wisely using the bubbles to bounce past the other bubbles. Alsoa, meanwhile, picks up the book. Bogie finally gets this room cleared, gets a nice heart drop in the middle of all that mess.
Somehow the Gibdos rolled down to only 2 stabs of the white sword, so lucky for him, he actually was able to get through there.
Yeah, but it was a really, really good call on Bogie's part to actually use the bubbles to get through the enemy damage so that he didn't die while he still had half a heart. And wow, those little gels are super tanky, because this is a white sword we're hitting them with. Look at this shape! This is Mr. Dunlow's Ninja Turtle.
Oh, it does look like his little Ninja Turtle guy.
Yeah, it's like his little Ninja Turtle head. All right. Also, meanwhile, is I think he up and ate, or no, he screen scrolled down from the grave and Death Mountain. He's gonna start burning here in the Lost Woods.
Alsoa still hasn't seen Vanilla 3 yet, so they're still checking a lot of second quest overworld spots. So this is kind of slowing them down a little bit. They already checked the power bracelet, arrow, and now they just burned the second quest burn bush over here. So hopefully they'll head towards that bottom right corner real quick, and they'll figure out what this seed looks like on the overworld.
Yeah, that would be very helpful for him and save him a lot of time. Now, oh, well, we got a door repair. Bogie, what was the Triforce under?
Ladder block.
Oh, good. We're going to need to find...
Guess where we have to go back to?
4!
Level 4!
Yay! We got to go back to 4, but this isn't a second quest 4, so there should only be 1 item in there. And since we saw a transport staircase, if Alsoa goes back in, we're going to see that it's segmented and definitely not vanilla. Look at this.
But that means his book is also an atlas, too. So that is a ugly 4.
That is, let's say, some form of Fraggle. As Bogie does the nice HUD clip to get across this screen without getting bopped by the levers. All right, so what Alsoa needs to kind of, even out the information thing here is he needs to go into a level and see something other than the large shield in 8. I mean, you've seen the white sword. You've seen the power bracelet as the power bracelet. So you probably have a little bit of an inkling that you got some vanilla items going on. Here he's about to get the information that the Eddie roads are shuffled. But in order to confirm that, Alsoa needs to probably see at least 1 more item in its vanilla dungeon location, and then he can just stop digging some of these dungeons until he finds just what he needs.
And one of the Any roads took us over to the coast raft spot, so the raft's only good for 1 item to spot check right now.
Okay, I mean, there's always a chance that it's going to be useful. Bogie, meanwhile, speaking of useful things, is going to find level 1. And if this is the push block, then this should be the bow.
Yeah, well, half of this was true.
Well, yay, segmented level 1. I am excited by this. To kind of touch on I don't know if this is a joke in chat, but unfortunately the raft can't actually be used for getting the coast item. The only thing that works is the ladder, even though in real life and in theory, you should be able to put down, put down the raft, take a step over, and just kind of keep shuffling it until you can get to the item.
Yep, Boomerang just picked up by Bogie on the floor of this room, so they're going to run past this Gliok and ignore him for the rest of their lives.
Yay! Alright, Bogie's clearing up the tanky bats because of the shutter door. He's going to get the floor heart at a level 1. Now we're just looking for the staircase. That's all.
It's up to 8 hearts already. He's getting starting to creep into that white sword range. Or in the magic
yeah,
sword
magical
range.
sword. Magical sword would be nice, especially with how tanky things are, but I don't know that the game would be kind enough to let us have it. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take out the bats, find out that this is sadly not the item staircase in level 1. Now, Bogie does have 2 keys, but I agree with checking every single open room you can get into before using those keys.
Yeah, especially when you're in level 1, using one key can lead you down a very dangerous path of using every key.
Yeah, Alsoa, meanwhile, takes another death. Hey, there's a bow in level 1 for Bogie. Alsoa takes another death in level 8. Now, he's seen one of the items in here. And don't get me wrong, the any key would be amazing, and they still need to get the Triforce out of this really lovely monstrosity of a level. But at this point, he's not doing a great job of surviving. So you should probably think about maybe, leave. Go find some of these smaller dungeons that are out there that you need the Triforces from, because if you have an inkling that it's vanilla items, as much as that any key would be amazing, it's not worth beating your head into a wall 80 times.
It seems this level 1 got kind of lazy when it was drawing its map.
I love that it's a single room segment. That is fantastic.
Here's a square. Yeah, we're gonna worry about the other maps.
Yeah, we're gonna just put this here. There you go. It's just yeah. I mean, maybe the randomizer was tired. Bogey's gonna get his Triforce in a non-Triforce room. It is kind of important to notice. So we have shapes, full shapes, and another death for Alsoa in this evil blue wizrobe mess. So, wait, maybe he thinks, well, hopefully he still... On one of the spud charts, can't the wand end up in level 8?
If we're in full shuffle, if we're in full shapes, which we're sure we are, then it should only be book and magical key here. But magical key is something that you're already at 0 and you've already seen multiple key blocks out of multiple dungeons, so his concept might be thinking, hey, if I could just clear this and get the magical key, I save all the rest of the money on the overworld, I don't have to buy anything, and I'm just in item and go mode.
This is what I'm hoping, but at the same time, I'm wondering when he stepped into 4, if it registered enough that he wasn't in a second quest level 4. Because he popped in, he popped right back out, and then he left. So I'm just really kind of hoping that it sunk in, that he's not thinking that maybe this is a mixed item distribution seed. Hey, Ruby Boss! This is my favorite boss in the game.
Well, maybe it pays off for him?
Yeah, no, sadly. I mean, we do have 48 rupees. He's dug quite a lot of this level 8. Not that we full cleared a lot of these rooms, because some of them we were not able to do the first time he was in here. Bogie, meanwhile, is continuing to burn and bomb all sorts of things on the other side of the world.
Yeah, I really think Bogie has only failed to find, I was about to say 2 and 5, but now there's 5.
Alright, so, Alsoa kind of needs everything to be key blocked in order for this to be good. Bogie gets the map for level 5, and let's say it's a running pony.
This level 5 is very close to being completely ladder blocked, too.
Oh, man.
So, gonna have to go back to 4.
I mean, to be fair, how often do you really... Alsoa's gonna up an A here after getting the key off the floor. That he, oddly enough, was in a room that was also ladder blocked in 8. Looks like he's probably going to take the transport staircase again, because he's kind of headed in that direction, I think.
Yeah, the back half had a couple of rooms that were key blocked off of us, so if he takes the transport, he can dig out that upper head section of the whale.
Okay. And to answer your question in chat, can Heart Shuffle roll on with vanilla items, meaning that a vanilla item might be on the floor instead of a stair? No, in that case, the hearts, so oddly enough, Heart Shuffle could have rolled on with the vanilla items, and the hearts could be the only thing that have shuffled into other dungeons. There's not really a great way to know that. Also, is going to get the Triforce out of this level 8. This is kind of good for him. He didn't get an any key, but he did pick up 2. But yeah, there are times where it's coincidentally vanilla, where the bow ends up on the floor in 1, but usually if you have vanilla items, Heart Shuffle just is not gonna do anything.
Okay, so level 9 is north of vanilla 1, so we now have our level 9 sighting. It's really just level 2 that's outstanding. Never mind.
Well, I mean, you know, we found a thing.
So that means I believe Bogie has information on every dungeon now.
It does. Alsoa, meanwhile, is going to go back into level 4 and start digging out these lovely blue tanky dudes.
I mean, he doesn't know it, but this is actually going to save him a lot of dungeon time if he's able to get the ladder out of here. Assuming that it's the ladder in here, that makes it that he can only single dip some of the dungeons that Bogie's already stuck his head into.
Uh-oh. Well, we started with the Triforce, so there's a good chance we might not have to kill Spiky. However, Bogie is now coming back to level 4. Now, what we are... He's only got one key. If you go through the transport staircase, there's like 2 doors you can get to for free. Other than that, you're in a little bit of trouble, as Alsoa finds the item staircase here in 4, and ta-da, it's a ladder. He's done in 4. And to answer a comment in chat, yeah, Bogie not having the book is gonna make it so that he might have to bomb a couple more walls or try to figure out, you know, where to use things like keys in a dungeon where you don't even know if there's gonna be a room there. Like here, we know that there's not a room to the left, but we do know there's a single room straight down, and Bogie's gonna have to use the key because the ladder, I think, is the room directly above this.
Ooh, that was some clean dodging of them boomerangs.
Oh yeah, that was very well done. All right, Alsoa just bought something. It was in the same shop as the arrows, so I'm guessing it's bombs, as Bogie's gonna pick up his ladder. Now, Alsoa is about to find all these Take Any Hearts that Bogie had already found.
So if Bogie has gathered all the same information that we have, he's in Triforce and Go mode.
Ah! Alsoa's gonna take an unfortunate death on the screen that has level 2 on it, but yeah, Bogie's in Triforce and Go. He just needs to get into these shapes levels and pick up the Triforces, because we know that Red Ring and Silver should be in level 9. However, that's not to say that we're not going to run into like some weird coincidental blocks, like Goma blocking a Triforce or something like that. So, you know, I like that Bogie's digging level 5 right now, because if I remember correctly, that should have the recorder. I think.
Yes,
Maybe.
yeah, level 5 should have the recorder.
It's been a very long day full of paperwork. Meanwhile, Alsoa is also in level 5. Oh, that's a free Triforce. Alright, Bogie gets a nice clock in this room full of snakes, which is going to hopefully get him not Y-forced, and he'll be able to get that shutter door open.
It looks like he's digging to go find the recorder in here. So...
Yeah, they both are. They have the Triforce for this level, so the recorder is the only reason they would need to be in here. Ooh, now, also it needs to not die to the slightly beefy snakes, or the floor while he's trying to get past the slightly beefy snakes. Bogie's gonna blow the recorder. Eek! Also, don't get Y-forced.
Ooh, it takes us to Unbeaten New.
Yeah, this is gonna speed things up for Bogie, and Alsoa, as soon as he gets his recorder as well, it's gonna do the exact same thing for him, but he's gotta live through the staircase. Hey, orange dark nuts rolled down. That's fantastic. Okay, Alsoa's about to pick up his recorder. You really hope that he exits this dungeon and blows the recorder, but here's the downside for Alsoa. He doesn't know where 9 is yet. Because I don't think he's burned the bush north of Vanilla level 1. Bogie's gonna get the Triforce at a level 2, and say goodbye to 2, because we're not coming back.
Oof. The sword beams just bopped Alsoa all around, and then ate his candle input and kicked him back out to start.
What a rotten jerkface. Now, this is actually good for Alsoa, because if he comes through here, heading back over towards, he's checking some of these open caves because he knows he still needs 9. He's going to find 9 on the way. If he doesn't go this way, he's going to find it on the way down to that level 2. So this is oh, go north. He's not going north.
Well, at first I thought maybe he's gonna stop and get a health refill off the fairy fountain, but instead it just looks like he wants to enter this screen from the south, where he has a little bit more customization of his movement, than to enter it from the north, where he's basically trapped in Beamos land.
That's a really cute level too. That's like a bird head or something. Don't ask me what the single room segment happens to be, and don't you just love that level 1 and level 2 ended up with single room segments, but I think from Bogie's side, we don't have to be over that way.
So our Virez's keys are also dropping bombs, so thank you.
Okay, see, that's exactly why I like Hard Shuffle. Meanwhile, Bogie's got his, not Bogie. Bogie's got the Triforce out of 3, alsoa's got the Triforce out of 2.
Yeah, Bogie is blitzing this stuff down. Now that he's seen 9, he has... all he needs to do is get in as fast as possible. This could be a really fast seed.
Well, I mean, Shape 6 is now giving us the evil eye. Alright, also, look at this 9! That is, wow, that's special. There's like a huge chunk of that level missing. Alright, also, having found level 9 is now just going to keep blowing the recorder, and it's going to take him to 1, it's going to take him to the rest of the dungeons he needs.
Alright, so he's got to take the time to dig out this one. He does need the bow out of here, but once he grabs that bow, he'll also be in Triforce and Go mode for the rest of these dungeons.
And wait, so in vanilla, oh yeah, the wand's going to be somewhere we can't get to it. As Bogie's going to pick up the ladder block Triforce out of 6. Okay, he's got to get the Triforce out of 7 and 8. We haven't seen what 7 looks like.
Yeah, we haven't seen what 7 looks like. If we're going with vanilla items, then the wand is going to be in 6, and the magical candle, or red candle, will be in 7, and the last thing in 8 will be the any key. So those are the things that Bogie is considering whether or not to go pick up here. And I think he might be coming to 8 because he's still pretty low on that key count. So 8 might be the call, because if he runs into the any key on the way, he can scoop that up on the way through.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so people are asking in chat, is it worth Bogie digging the wand out of 6? No, but alsoa already has the book. So if he takes a slightly different path and he ends up finding the boomstick in level 9, that could definitely help him when he gets to that Shapes 9. I mean, boomstick, sorry, wand in 6. Ah. There have been far too many words for me today. Bogie's gonna find the compass here in level 8. I don't think alsoa ever saw the compass.
No, which means that Bogie is definitely not going to find the any key on the way through here.
Yeah, he's just gonna go straight to the Triforce and get himself into that lovely and wonderful looking level 9 as quickly as possible. There's the Triforce at 8 for Bogie. Mad, I meant when alsoa was in level 8. Alsoa dug a bunch of stuff. Oh, okay. Well, apparently the compass was in Urgoma, but alsoa already has the Triforce at 8, so he's good.
So, alsoa, I mean, we're only 30-something minutes into the seed, so alsoa could be thinking, like, maybe I'll dive 6 just a little bit deeper because of how much time the boomstick could save. He probably feels pretty comfortable about how fast he's found all the questions in the seed.
He didn't full clear that room. There was a gel still down in the bottom corner. Was that the Triforce room and 9 was the other side of the diamond staircase?
I thought it was in this bottom left-hand corner.
Oh no, it's right here. Okay, good. I got a little worried there, as look at this level 7, which had a very free map. This like is, it's an unknown. Unknown?
Oh, yeah, the Pokemon...
Yeah,
like,
it's totally one of those.
Thing.
Yeah. Chat is apparently 7 is a duck. Nah, I think it's an unknown.
If that's a like a duck that got its head mutated because it's too big.
Maybe.
That's a big-headed duck.
Alright, also, meanwhile, is in level 3, which is, by the way, a Ninja Turtle head. Which we mentioned earlier. Bogie, meanwhile, is going to find a lovely room full of troll-faced Dodongos. This level 3 dig isn't going to take alsoa very long. He does have a bow and arrows, so he should be okay if he gets his sword taken away. Now, we know that he's going to need a key in order to get where the Triforce happens to be, because it's key blocked and then it was ladder blocked. So ladder isn't a problem. The fact that alsoa doesn't have any keys is a slight problem.
Yeah, we did see Bogie double dip this, so whether or not there's a key on the way through here is unknown.
Well, there we go. Oh, please only let there be one key door. To answer a question in chat, what is the boomstick? So the boomstick is a flag that Fred invented, where instead of shooting fire out of the tip of the wand, you instead shoot bombs. There's another key. All right, we're good. So it works against, it'll work against Wizrobes, it works against a whole bunch of other stuff, as a Spiky is going to needlessly lose his life.
And importantly, it works on walls, so it does eliminate the need in dungeons for having bombs to open up your bomb holes. That can be a big game changer if 9 gets very snaky. One person is checking every wall for bomb holes by just blasting everywhere, and the other person's like trying to strategically drop their bombs in the right spot.
Yep, alright. Meanwhile, there we go. Past the ladder block, alsoa is about to get his Triforce out of level 3. And, yeah, as Sam is mentioning in chat, the only way it works against overworld bomb walls is you have to kill the enemy directly in front of the bomb spot, or it will not open. alsoa is going to go ahead and get his Triforce out of level 3. Bogie is very carefully killing these Wizrobes, using their movement pattern against them.
It kind of seems like this 7 is segmented.
Like maybe the old man's in the really weird spot?
Oh, well, it was more that this like, the neck of this unknown just didn't really want to line up with anything.
Oh, okay.
But I thought he had bombed already, and he must have just missed the bomb on the first drop.
Hey! Speaking of 7, alsoa has come to join the fun that is this very, very shaped 7. Now, our runners are not going to care about the item in here, not even a little bit. We don't care. We want the Triforce. That's it.
Yeah, once you have some kind of repeatable range combat, the candle is not the one you're looking for.
Yep. And to answer a question in chat, the remorse flag picked by Bogie was +or-4 on the enemies, not the bosses. That's still random.
I like that choice. It really just like says, you know what? I'm feeding into the chaos. I'm feeding into the randomness. Let's go.
Well, it looks like we really do need the transport staircase here in 7, by the way, because Bogie can't bomb up from that single room. So you have to take the transport staircase to get to the top half. Oh, this room is disgusting for alsoa. I was about to say we're in 9 because I could hear Aquamentus roaring, but look at the amount of keys that this 7 is giving up.
Yeah, the Bogie's key problems and alsoa's respectively in a moment are going to be completely null and void.
Yeah, this is very good for him. Well, this is very good for them, I should say. It's been a very long day, full of lots and lots of words, so...
That's a really nice clock for Bogie. This is not the room you want to be fighting things while also dodging things in.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Alright, so... Well, we're bubbled now. But we have bow, we have arrows, regular arrows, and we have a candle. Oh, look, there's a red candle if we want it.
Yeah, you want super candle?
I mean, it would be useful. You could double candle boost, triple candle boost. Hey, we got our sword back, but we have to go, unless we can bomb south here, we still have to go back through the bubble room.
Ooh,
yeah, we have to go back through the red bubble room. This is not kind. Yeah, exactly, Bogie. Go get that red candle. Because that is exactly why you want the red candle, is because with the orange and red bubbles, granted, we have the bow, but the bow isn't going to work against everything.
I mean, in reality, we've seen this already, this play by Bogie before, he's probably going to try to candle boost through half of this room.
Yeah, see if he can get lucky. Oh boy, how do you candle boost on a ladder? Oh, there you go. Good job, Bogie.
There you go. Now come to find out, it's the room south instead.
Yeah, that would be a little unfortunate. Now he's got a bomb to the right from here because we've already seen the transport in 7. So unless this is our Triforce, nope, it's just the 9th key that Bogey's gotten since he's walked in the door. This is good.
Bogey is starting to run low on bombs though, and he's got to get to the left side of this dungeon.
We have to bomb south in the Chevy room to get into those 2 rooms because we could not bomb to the right from there. So if the Triforce is over there, that's just kind of rude game.
Oh, the Dodongo just denied him his bomb chance. He's out of bombs in the back of the 7.
There was something in here dropping bombs. I just don't remember what it was. Oh, look, Wizrobes. Was it the Wizrobes? That'd be great.
I don't think it was the Wizrobes. I think it was Vira's bats.
Oh yeah, the Vires, the little bats. Yes. Well, uh-oh. Oh, does Bogey still have a sword? Yes, he does. Okay, we're just shooting those because it's easier and he's got 149 monies, so that makes perfect sense.
Well, yeah, I think he got regular bopped as opposed to red bopped.
Alright, meanwhile, alsoa is still really spending a lot of time in this bottom half of 7. He's probably going to go to the north here, find out that you have to take the transport staircase, and run into the same lovely and wonderful rooms that Bogey has. And yeah, this 7 is special. Though, sadly, without bombs, Bogey needs to go to the left here, or he needs to go to those 2 rooms that are underneath the that orange Chevy room.
Yeah, he is not able to get to the left-hand corner of this, so that could actually kick him all the way back out of here if he's not able to get a bomb drop or something.
And I'm trying to remember what the closest bomb dropper or bomb shop that we saw was. Oh, there you go. There's a door, so this will at least get him 2 more rooms. He's just gonna be able to candle... Oh, he can't candle boost. Good job, though, Bogey. Alright, we got some grabby hands. Hey,
there's
they
a bomb
drop
dropper.
bombs! Yeah! Alright, alsoa is about to get the same information as Bogey, as Bogey gets the Triforce and he's on his way into level 9.
See, I'm on fire tonight. I've spoken like 5 things in existence. I even called that Triforce being below the red bubbles.
Oh yeah, yeah, there you go. Alright, meanwhile, alsoa is going to take the transport staircase. He's got a bomb south here. Or, yeah, no, he can't bomb, so he's going to walk around. But again, it's going to get him a bunch of keys. Now, Bogey is on his way into level 9, which is Shapes 9. So we are looking for silvers, but what else are we looking for, Magic Friends?
We are looking for the Roar of Ganon, which will indicate to us where the piggy is. We can hear him from a while away because he's really proud about his voice. And
So,
Huh?
I was going to make a joke, but it's okay.
Oh, we're also looking for the door to Zelda because she does not like Ganon's voice, so she locks her door and throw away the key. But once Ganon's dead, we can open it up because she doesn't want to hear him singing Frozen anymore.
I mean, at this point, does anybody want to hear anyone singing Frozen anymore?
No, it's a dead joke.
I mean, it's a great song when it started. Now, all right, alsoa, if he goes down here, he's gonna do the ladder clip. Go down, alsoa. There you go. This is gonna get him his Triforce so much faster than Bogey. He's just got to clear this room and maybe get some bombs.
All right, so Bogey just got red bubble bopped. Found the first staircase. That one didn't work, so he's upping and going back to start.
All right, meanwhile, alsoa gets the Triforce out of level 7. He still has to get the Triforce out of level 6. But the recorder is going to take him right there. It is a little bit of a distance from that level 9, however.
So fortunately for Bogey, fortunately for both the runners, there is a blue bubble room right off of start. So any red bubble curses can be cleared with a quick up A if needed.
Well, that's really good for him. Now, alsoa, I don't remember where the Triforce room was, but I do know that it's in it's an emote room. So it's ladder blocked in emote room. alsoa is going to pick up this free key. He's going to take a look at the map, and unfortunately for Bogey, he's going to take a death here in level 9.
I think, yep, right here. I was gonna say
Alright.
it's not that far into the 6, and there's only 2 directions you can go. So
Now, as much as you want Boomstick, I really do hope that also is gonna, book it straight to level 9.
well, that was a single shutter door, but nobody's gonna kill the Patra just to figure out if that shutter door works, especially this close to start. So Bogie's seen a potential Zelda.
He has. It's really nice, have I mentioned, that these orange Darknuts are going down to a single white sword hit. It's fantastic.
And they're still in the Heart Dropper group, so they actually can give us a little bit of hit points on the way through.
Yep, Alsoa, knowing that he's headed into a level 9 that could have bubbles, is wisely going to pick up a potion before he goes in, because there's nothing worse than getting to Ganon and not having a sword. And not having any blue bubbles anywhere near you in order to be able to kill him. Alright, well, that's yeah, okay, another Patra.
Ooh, that's an Expendo
rude.
Patra. Very rude.
Yeah, Bogie almost made it through the door, but the Patra was just like, nah, this isn't happening.
Yeah, if that's not a key door, he gets through that, but the pause for the key door to unlock kind of made him get bopped.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, I think the game 8 is key. I'm not 100% certain though. So, meanwhile, Alsoa is going to check all these rooms. Now, again, Alsoa does have the Atlas, which has given him the map of this level 9, and there are a lot of dead spots in this level. Oh, that's a lot of orange bubbles. Alright, so we clear the blue dark nuts because maybe we want to see if that's Zelda. We've had like, what, 3 potential Zelda rooms so far?
Yeah, we've already seen 3 options, but nothing really pushing us in any direction, and not a lot of bomb holds.
Alright, meanwhile, Alsoa is checking a couple of staircases. He's going to come out underneath the Patra with the key door to the left. We're going to find a rupee boss. We're gonna find a wall we can't get into, so I'm wondering if we're going... Nope, he's not gonna kill the Patra. Okay. I'm wondering if there was, like, other than the fact that there are rooms down there. Okay, Alsoa's gonna go south here to see what's in this room. It's a potential compass drop room, but I don't think that we clear it. Like, you know, not right now.
No, not yet. I mean, because we still need those staircases are the more important thing right now.
Alright, we got a nice candle clip into a transport staircase here from Alsoa. Bogie, meanwhile, is kind of working his way around that empty room section. He's going to enter through one of the potential Zelda doors, so that knocks that one off the list. This is the room that killed him, however, so he's waiting for the Patra to go to the left so that he can get through.
He's seen 3 different staircases now, so he's about halfway through his potentials.
Whoa, that's a red ring. We don't say no to that, especially with how many Patras and tanky bats there are in level 9.
But I think Alsoa is about to find it too. Oh no! I saw that looked exactly the same room.
Well, all right. Alsoa's got the silvers. Bogie's got the red ring. We are on Bogie's audio, so we don't know if he's actually heard Ganon at this point.
Oh, that's right in the middle of the map, and Bogie is heading in that direction. He's only about 2 squares away. He's actually, I think he's got to be north of room.
Okay.
No, I think he's got to be north from where he is right now.
And it looks like he's going to take this transport staircase. There's Ganon. Oh no, it's the dinosaur, isn't it? Hold on.
Ooh, the map for Bogie. That's going to be a big help for him.
That's gonna be like, what in the heck what happened to my 9? And yeah, if we're on Bogie's audio, he's heard Ganon. That's what Alsoa heard in the bottom corner was Ganon. Alsoa knows that he's down in, he's got to be to the left because Alsoa has been in that direction. At least I hope Alsoa is maybe headed down that way. This will actually have him come across the red ring, I think. Oh, we're back on Alsoa now. Thank you, Camion. So apparently Alsoa was the one here in Ganon. He's gonna potion.
Yeah, you gotta stay alive if you're gonna get this deep into the back and hear Ganon. You've got to keep your health. You've got to stay alive. You can't take a risk of just taking a bad bop here and having to walk all the way back.
Yeah, he's also got to be really careful with his bombs here. All right, ladder clip time, because it looks like the way around that empty room is to go the whole way around the empty room at this point.
Well, yeah, but this doesn't help us. This room can't really give us anything.
Well, if it's a bomb wall, it gives us a potential path. However, we're now just really hoping that we can go to the right. Oh gosh, that's the room.
Okay, so now he is going to find his red ring. So now Alsoa has the red ring and the silvers.
Yep, and that's wonderful, but we're still kind of a little bit confused on the path to Ganon. If Camion switched the audio and we heard the roaring on Alsoa's side, then he's trying to get into Ganon's room, I would imagine. Oh, well, we can get the bombs now. That's good. Link to the past, Ken. I just hope that it's not a thing. To be honest, as thrilling and as amazing that tie was yesterday, it's kind of problem. Oh, poor Bogie.
Yeah, the Patras are being... He killed the one Patra that was the control node while it was in expando mode.
Alright, so Alsoa's gonna continue trying to get to the right. Alright, he's got the path, I think.
Yeah, and Bogey's heading over into this left-hand corner. This is not the spot he needs to be.
Oh.
He needs to get in the other direction.
You are so happy to have the red ring when you... Oh, never mind, he's 0 HP. Ganon? Really? Alright, guys, Alsoa has Ganon down. Now we just have to find the princess.
Yeah, we've seen a couple potential door cases for the princess, so let's see if which ones Alsoa's seen.
Yeah, I mean, we've had quite a few just single shutter rooms. I think Alsoa came back through the one that was in with the Patra that Bogie had seen earlier, right near the red ring.
It's way in this left-hand corner.
That's
it's
like
way over to the left.
Whoa, we gotta kill the Patra, I think. And Alsoa's only got one bomb, so he's really hoping to find something that drops bombs. As Bogie is still hunting for the silver arrows.
Yeah, so Bogie has the information on where the captured is, and he's probably heard Ganon by this point, but he doesn't know where these silvers are. He thinks they're behind this Patra, so now both runners are in the same section of the dungeon looking for completely different things.
Oh man, like, if you're Alsoa, I mean, these keys are nice, but you need a bomb drop. Like, you really need a bomb drop. But Alsoa, having cleared out most of the top section of this 9, is going to go ahead up an A and start working his way north from start. This could get him there. I mean, look, we got key doors. It's going to take us up in that direction, hopefully. And we have 10 keys, so, you know, we really shouldn't worry about it. We've got a door that goes to the left.
Oh, that guy's the hint right there.
Oh.
Bogey's seen that hint like 3 times, and because he doesn't have the book, it's not telling him anything.
Oh man. Alright, meanwhile, also is taking out these very squishy orange dark nuts. Sadly, they're not going to drop us bombs, but they are going to open a shutter door that could take us up towards where Zelda is.
He's got to go north 1 and... ooh, this is the last room. Oh no, he's taking the transport! He's going away from it! He had the bomb left there to get in.
I mean, I can understand maybe taking the transport, but at the same time, I don't know. That worries me.
I mean, he's got 8 keys. He's like, okay, I need to save this bomb in case I find, like, the compass or something, but oh no.
Yeah, that's a little concerning. Now, hopefully with the red ring and a potion left over, he's not going to die to this Patra. And Bogie, meanwhile, finds a transport staircase that maybe takes him down near where the silvers are?
That's a good transport for him. I think it's 1 screen to the right. From here should be silvers.
Alright, well, there's a... Ooh, actually, this could be... There we go. There's bombs, at least, for Alsoa. This is good. And there's the silver arrows for Bogie. Alsoa's gonna...
Oh, it's gonna be really close.
Ooh, there's the door. Maybe? No, we've been there, haven't we?
No, he's gotta... It's the... He needs to get to the... He needs to get to the L column, the first L column.
Okay, all the way over. Oh,
and you can only enter from the top.
Oh no, he's gonna up an A! Alright. right, maybe he's going back there. There's not very many rooms that Alsoa hasn't seen right now.
Well, he's got 3 bombs now, so if he heads back up in this northern section, he can bomb a couple walls again and try different.
Yeah, meanwhile, Bogie is just trying to find, he tried a bomb wall out of the Silver's room. He's going to have to take the transport staircase. Hopefully, this should get him close to Ganon. Well, sort of. He doesn't know it yet, but you gotta work your whole way around from what I remember. Alright, Alsoa's gonna find a bomb wall we haven't seen. We're gonna take a transport staircase I imagine he hasn't seen yet either, as Bogie is, he's got the news that he can't bomb directly into Ganon, so he's gotta work his way up and around. Alsoa's gonna try bombing there, get the information that he can't.
Bogie might have seen a different path, because he stopped and looked at his map, and then up-aid, and has kind of like a purpose of movement here.
Alright guys, there's the right wall for Alsoa. Let's get some GGs in chat. The door opens and Alsoa is finishing with a race time GG time of 55:40.
Ooh, real good race by Alsoa. That was a bit of a comeback. He was not... I would have said that he was behind this race for a good amount of time.
I mean, beating your head into that level 7 for what was it, 8? Beating your head into that level 8 when you have hardly any, like, materials or whatever is questionable, but also is known for enjoying digging some of these large dungeons early on. I think it was really the fact that he picked up the book when he had the money to get it, because it let him see the maps of all of the levels.
That Bogie's finding his path to Ganon right now on the right-hand side.
And man, that was a game of hide-and-go-seek from Zelda.
Yeah, Bogie had a good 10 to 15 rooms of exploration lead on Alsoa coming in here, and it just... the hide-and-seek from the pig is what was the difference, and the big difference of that was having the map early.
Yeah, I mean, being able to see the gap, and if Bogie had gotten the hint about the silvers when he walked through that room the first time, it would have helped him narrow down, you know, where to look in this level 9. Welcome in GG's to Alsoa, though.
Thank you.
So, we were a little curious about the very early dig of level 8, but that's a very you thing to do.
Yeah, I knew that it was going to be a dumb play, but I just did it anyway. And as soon as I saw that magic shield, I immediately thought, okay, probably vanilla items.
Yeah, we were like, okay, well, there's still a small chance that it's not. And then Bogie pulled the raft out of level 3. Speaking of which, guys, let's get some GGs in chat for Bogie, finishing with a race time GG time of 57:17.
GGs.
Yeah, the middle of that race was Bogie had more of the items before you, but they had also found all the dungeons first, so a lot of the dungeons they had stuck their head in, found a ladder block, and then backed out. Whereas you were finding the dungeons just on recorder mode in almost full go mode to kind of close the gap.
Yeah, I figured once I spent a bunch of time in 8 and then spent a bunch of time in 4, and I didn't really spend that much time in 4, but digging all of Death Mountain and getting nothing but all of the items, including a book out of it. Like, I got candle, arrows, book, and that felt good, but when I saw that it was another clustered level seed, I expected Bogie to sub 50.
Well, one thing that kind of worked into your favor a little bit was the fact that a lot of the levels had ladder blocks in them, and we went back into 4 and got the ladder before you actually found the ladder blocks, so that saved you some time in having to backtrack to go get it.
And then go ahead.
That was a conscious decision to prioritize ladder over the rest of the dungeons, just because at that point, between having seen Shield, White Sword, and Power Bracelet, I just kind of assumed vanilla, and as soon as I saw the ladder in 4, I just went with vanilla items.
Yeah, I can wholeheartedly understand that one. I mean, who, if given the choice, and 4 isn't terrible, you want the ladder just because it might save you a headache down the road.
I don't like my death count.
That was 8. That was a very, very early dig of level 8, I'd imagine.
Yeah, had I not dug 8 as early, my death count probably wouldn't be as high. But also, it would have been a little bit more awkward routing-wise.
Well, I mean, it would have worked out if you could have found an any key early on, but then by the time you guys made it into, what was that, 5? That was, no, 7.
Yeah,
7 had, like...
7 was, every room was like, here, have a key. Here, have another key.
Yeah, I didn't miss the... I did not miss not having the, or rather, I didn't regret not getting the any key at that point. So I'm like, oh, okay, the game's just gonna throw keys at me like they're candy.
Well, Bogie was into level 9 a couple of minutes, maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes ahead of you, but that book purchase really is what changed the game. You being able to see where you were going in there, he didn't find the map until you had already gotten Ganon down.
Huh. You know, it's looking at the way I routed that 9, I just kind of really didn't trust a lot of the corners that... Ergo, I was like, okay, I need to check these corners. I need to check these kind of like little one-off rooms before I really commit to any major digs. Just because the probability of silvers being tucked away in a corner is reasonably high with that weird 9 shape.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that, like, not knowing that there was a whole top left chunk missing in level 9, I mean, that would have kind of directed you to maybe take more staircases and check, like you said, check all those corners, because there was a lot at that level missing.
Also, I would really like that if Zelda was just in that little top portion that you couldn't get to any other way.
That would have been funny. I mean, I like when she's like in the most random room possible. Guys, it doesn't look like Bogie's going to come in for words. We do want to say, you know, GG's, and you know, it's been an incredibly well-run tournament. And you know, there's always next year.
Bogie did get his wish though. I did get tilted an 8.
I figured. I was looking at you die to those Wizrovs over and over and over again, and I'm like, I'm really glad he turned his mic off.
Well, yeah, we were talking before the race started about how the deeper you go into these brackets, the more you have to like take calculated risks, and the 8 risk wasn't as great, but the Death Mountain play, that book is pretty, like I said, pretty much paid off, and it's moving you on to the next round. You'll be looking at either Chest Jerk or Potato Pony for your opponents.
Well, for one of those two, I automatically know what my remorse flag is going to be if I need it.
3 hearts only?
What? No, automatic free heart shuffle.
Okay. Yeah. Heart shuffle's a thing.
Yeah, that's, depending on who it is, that's probably going to end up being the remorse flag, just, you know, for reasons.
Hey, you know what? I just enjoy playing Heart Shuffle myself, but that's the thing. Friday, I'll go ahead and ask if you have any final thoughts about this seed, and then we'll start wrapping up.
I was surprised the 3 HP keys weren't a bigger issue than they were. That's probably the last words I have for the seed.
Yeah, tanky bats, but I mean, 1-hit orange dark nuts, that was kind of a fair trade. I'd almost take the tanky bats instead of having to stab the orange dark nuts. What could their HP have been?
Could have been up to 8. Also, shout outs to Vire Keys dropping bombs.
Yeah, that was good. And grabby hands.
Yes. Bailed out so many times by grabby hands.
Yeah, that was unfortunately another thing that kind of hurt Bogie a little bit in 7. Well, kind of. It forced him back through that orange bubble Chevy into the Chevy room that had the Triforce below him, is he couldn't bomb to get into that top left section. So that actually, in the end, it worked out in his favor, sort of. But all right. Anyway, sorry, really good race. Sorry, it's been a long day. Really, really good race from our runners tonight. GG's to you, Alsoa, and good luck moving forward. And then I just want to thank Cami and Renakai for being amazing and doing our tracking in the background. It's always really, really helpful when you have somebody else paying attention, just in case you get distracted by, you know, shiny things, and it keeps you up to date. And then a big thanks to Magic Friends for hanging out tonight.
Yeah, of course. There is another race that just started over on SpeedGaming 2 between Captain Sea Falcon and Evi Steel. That's game 1. That will be the last race tonight. You can hang out with Caffey and Fearon Burgundy over there. And then tomorrow night we kick off with game 1.5 of the match between Adirondack Rick and myself at 8 o'clock.
Gee, I wonder which is the only race that was early enough for me to be able to volunteer now that I'm going back to work.
Instructions unclear. Put a race on the schedule for 2 p.m.
I will still be at work. So, anyway.
Yeah, minor details.
But all right, guys, keep your eyes peeled. And again, if anybody gets the itch to give a chance to give a try for commentary or tracking or in general just being amazing, feel free to ask for the role in the Z1R Discord. We could always use more people.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a good night, friends.